Well, that's awesome. Well, I'm happy for you. Every so often we have a guest who's got something cooking that's just, a big deal, and I'm happy for you.
Me too. We all know you're both in the patron bucks. What do you like? What's the stupid thing maybe that you blow money on? Like home gym stuff, video games, electronics. Like what's your dumb thing that you spend way too much on?
Oh my God! I guess this Bitcoins is probably the worst thing I've ever.
Can we talk about Bitcoin for a second? Here's the thing: I am in the world of finance. I'm a bigger asshole than Neil Tyson deGrasse, right? And the reason is this.
Wait. Okay.
Neil Tyson
deGrasse?
Oh, NTD.
What's his real name? Somebody help me.
It's Neil Tyson deGrabass. That's
I stand corrected. All right. So the thing is this. He has this idea that most people in the world are not scientifically literate, right? We're all familiar with whether you're literate or not, you can read. But whether you're not, basic science is like a lot of people don't. He'd probably call me scientifically illiterate. There's just too much I don't know about the basics of this and that. And he can be a bit of a pompous ass when he looks at movies and says, you know what? Icicles would never stack that high. They just have not enough density for strength. The maximum height of an icicle is 100 feet. Or whatever the fuck he would say. And it's like, oh yeah, thanks for ruining the movie for me that you're so smart. I have that inside me on finance, right? So I have 2 undergrad degrees. One is this business computer thing, and the other is accounting. And my observation is that it seems like most of the world is financially illiterate. So when I hear these guys claim with wicked confidence that the stock market is about to do this or that Bitcoin is about to do that, Bitcoin's going to 100 grand, I guarantee it. Like, you are just making shit up, but you're so confident. So it's not that I'm rooting for anyone to lose money, quite the opposite. It's just that I feel like the guys who acted like I was stupid for thinking that 14 grand was high are getting this is
Don't
where
worry,
I get
we're
my
getting
comeuppance.
We're getting our desserts.
For those of us who don't follow Bitcoin, what's it worth now? Like what's
3,500.
3,500. Yeah.
Oh shit!
You're totally right. My dad was a stockbroker my whole childhood, and that guy, like, he makes money with his money. So anytime I have any questions about money, I call him. When I was a teenager, he would ask me about tech stocks. And every time I gave him my opinion, like after a couple opinions of mine, he came up and said, hey, Dick, I'm never asking you for your opinion about tech stocks again because you're always fucking wrong. I'm like, yeah. And that continues today. Like, I don't know how you guys do it, but I look at the market and I'm like, well, fuck, I guess I gotta buy now. And the next week I ask him and he goes, no. And I'm like, what? How'd you know that? Next week,
Have you lost a good bit on Bitcoin?
No, because I got in early, but yeah, because I didn't get out at the peak. So yeah, it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. I did a stupid thing with Bitcoins.
It's hard. This is Bitcoin or stocks or whatever. At the peak, looks like the time to stay in. Enthusiasm is never higher than it is right before the crash. Everyone is just, it's riding up, it's up. You've never thought you've been smarter financially because you've just had this gain. And the opposite is true at the bottom. At the bottom, it looks so ugly. Our next recession or whatever, we'll be talking about horrible job numbers, this time it's different kind of thing on why this recession is such a big deal. And that's the time to buy, but it never feels like the right time to buy or sell.
Yeah.
I bet we have a recession in like a year. Like we're due.
Do you give financial advice on the show, Woody? Because fucking everybody could use some of that. Like, I get that. I get asked that and women questions more than anything.
The thing
and I can't answer either.
So I've done some videos on financial advice that people have liked, but a lot of times the advice they want is timing, and that I don't give. I'll talk about the miracle of compounding. I'll talk about safe. Right? No, I just don't feel like I'll get it right. Like anyone who claims that they know how to time the market is probably one of those financial illiterates that I make fun of.
Or a criminal.
Or a criminal.
Yeah. Criminals may know something. I used to be an insider trader. Not a legal one, but I yeah. And when I worked in IT.
Used to be an insider trader.
He's going to be in prison.
I was
late. This is the Taylor Show.
It was just one or two stocks. certain IT people are not allowed to buy and sell stocks with the outside of certain windows because they have privy to the financials. Like I have direct access to production databases. I have direct access to our ERP systems, and could, in theory, look how the quarter's going to go before we release results. So because of that, I wouldn't be allowed to trade in certain windows. But I guess an insider, I don't know if I use that term right, but I was privy to inside information, so I couldn't trade anytime I wanted to.
See, then you weren't insider trading. If you were like, well, they told us this nonsense because we had information that we couldn't trade, never stopped me. Like
No.
Yeah, just what I did was I just told my buddy. I gave him a bunch of money, and then he invested for me, then he paid me the dividends. It's great. That's not insider trading. That's just a conspiracy.
The truth is, it would have been a lot of work to put it together. Like, one, the ERP systems stretch around the world, so you got to, like, consolidate it. And two, a lot of times it wasn't, like, done until, like, right before results came out. Like, they're still massaging it, figuring out if they want to write something off or depreciate it slowly or whatever it is they're doing. So I don't know. I never felt like I had solid enough data to trade on anyway, even if it were illegal.